What's going on, YouTube? We're back at it for another Back for Blood video, and today we're talking about the 3.0 version of farming supply points. Now, maybe you haven't gotten all the supply lines done just yet. Maybe you're still on those last few with all the cosmetic items. Maybe you really want to push through that, but you don't feel like rerunning the campaign over and over again. Well, we got a run today that's going to guarantee you 70 to 80 supply points. Fairly short amount of time. I can't remember the exact amount of time, but it's going to be simple. It's going to be very easy. You'll do this on veteran. You'll essentially be able to have no special infected spawning, as well as no alarm doors being raised even if you shoot them, or birds when you're going through them. You can even utilize this in Nightmare. But we're going to get straight into the deck. We're going to talk about the first 11 cards that we'll need for this, and then get straight into the gameplay. Show you how you can get it done quickly and efficiently. Now, if you'd like to copy and paste this deck, obviously I have it listed down in the description below in order by name. We got Run Like Hell. We're getting that 15% move speed, Mad Dash, just going to give us that crazy fast sprint speed. Superior cardio for a little bit of that sprint efficiency, stamina. A little bit of health, fire in the hole, since we will be utilizing pipe bombs along the way. We want that 20% or 20 temporary health, as well as that 20% move speed. Cross trainers in order to get more stamina regen, more move speed, 5 health. We got NUMB just for that temporary health moment where we're not taking as much damage. Again, we're only going to be seeing common infection in this, but they are still a bit dangerous if they get grouped around you or something along those lines. We just got some couple of cards that you could trade out for some more mobility cards. Arguably, up to your decision. I just had this one at random, chose this, threw it in. Just getting more of that damage from accessories, but Olympic Sprinter after that, just for more of that sprint efficiency to mitigate some of that Mad Dash sprint efficiency negative we have. Energy drink, just more stamina, and double grenade pouch. You could arguably throw grenade pouch higher as well, just so we have more pipe bombs available for this run. Now, at the same time, we will need 2 people for this. You won't be able to do this in solo. You won't be able to gain supply points from that. But you can arguably teach other people how to do this in random queue as well. Did it more than a few times, was able to get everybody on board. As long as no one opens the gate at the beginning of this, we should be all goody gumdrops. But we'll get straight into the gameplay, show you how to get this done. Alright, so let's get into it. Essentially, the level we're going to be running is Veteran, or Act 3, or the Road to Hell, I believe it's called. It's essentially the one of those that could be problematic when you're on Nightmare. You can utilize the same strategy. All we're going to do is, before going to the gate, you'll notice there's this tiny rock next to this bigger rock over here. You'll get on top of that, you'll jump, and then crouch, and you'll be able to get over. Had to explain this to the guy, but you'll notice the rock right underneath him. And from this point, no special infected spawn. Only common infected are going to be everywhere. Every time you see birds, if you alert them, there's going to be no horde coming in. It's going to be simple, very easy. That's why we've stacked out so much move speed. Pretty much be able to run the whole way through. And arguably, you could run all the way to the point where you need to collect the vials as well before everyone's even spawned in. Had that happen a couple of times. Was a bit funny, but one thing to note with that, if you get to that point and you start grabbing the vials before the mission's even really started technically, you're not going to be able to, they're going to disappear and it's not going to collect them properly, so the door won't be able to be opened. So that's one thing to note. You'll memorize the path pretty quickly. As soon as we get to this point, we're looking around in this room for at least one vial. It's not going to be over here, so it's going to be on our right. We're tucked away in that back little building right there. Sleepers are going to still be an issue with this. Won't be too big an issue. You just kind of keep your mind out, but you'll notice right there, birds, just called them. Just hit that alarm door. There's no alarm going off. There's no horde. You see nothing going on right now. I'm hitting all of them. We've got a couple of zombies from the inside of this. I'm just looking around, seeing where that vial is possibly going to be. It's going to be one in one of these 3 trailers, one in the main building that we just walked into. One of those moments where it gets a bit crowded. Just regular common infected all around. Throw a pipe bomb. But maintain at least 2 for the ending portion of this. If you've already played this mission before, you'll know why. There'll be a bit more of a common infected horde on that one. Won't be as strong as it necessarily would have been if you had opened the gate at the beginning. Don't exactly know how Turtle Rock Studios didn't notice this one, but at that same point, I forgot to say as well, found this from someone else. I think his name was Running Butcher. Leave a link down in the description to him. Got to give credit where credit's due. Wouldn't have found this one, and wouldn't have been able to put this one out as well if it weren't for him. So we'll give that credit over there if you'd like to check out his channel. Probably a bit of I think it's Back for Blood, Division 2, some other things, if you're interested in that type of thing. But another one of those things to keep in mind is the way we can get 80 supply points out of this is by doing some of those secondary objectives. Sometimes it's remaining end caps, sometimes it's grabbing a specimen. As you'll notice, we already missed out on the remaining end cap. We possibly could have had more than 80 supply points on this run, but we had one person go down. Would be a good idea to have all 4 members of your team, real players, just move speed all the way through here. So you notice it's just no special infected, no alarms being raised, no hordes getting called in, easy as pie. I mean, it's bound to get nerfed, so you might as well get this in soon enough. It's the quickest way to get some of those supply points right now. Maybe there's still some of those cards you haven't gotten. Maybe you haven't gotten all the cards or all the supply lines done. Or maybe you just want to stack some of those supply points up for those moments coming up when we get some of those new cards in December. I know there'll be new supply lines for that, so we're going to need some more supply points to get those as quick as possible. I'll be doing this more than a few times over the next couple of days, just kind of stockpiling as many supply points as I can get. I'm over 1,000 right now. Hopefully I won't have to pay through those cosmetic walls in order to get to the next supply lines. That'd be really frustrating, but in the coming future that may be an issue. But hopefully they have not decided to do that and given us all the option for a 4th supply line to get all this new content coming forward in December. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, quickest can be, wow, 4 minutes. Every 4 minutes you're gaining another 70 to 80 supply points. Easy as that. Did test this in Nightmare. If you'd like to see the Nightmare footage, I can bring that up for you. You won't have the ability to get to this point directly as you do inside of Veteran. There's no checkpoint for it, so you'll have to go through the 2 missions before that in order to get through this. But I went through on Nightmare. It works the same way it does in Veteran. No special infected, no alarms being raised, but the common infected are a lot more deadly inside of Nightmare, so that will be an issue. But if you're having trouble on the last 4 missions when it comes to Act 3 before Act 4 on Nightmare, utilize this trick inside of that mission before it's patched, because it's going to make your life a whole lot easier when it comes to that moment. And I mean, that's pretty much it right there. We've got 80 supply points. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It's the farming version 3.0 for supply points. If you want to see that Nightmare content, let me know down in the comments below. More than happy to put that footage out there. And if you'd like to see me doing some of these farming runs, maybe some more Swarm as well, I'll be doing that, working with a couple of different decks on there. Possibly have 1 or 2 videos out from that in the coming future. If you'd like to check that out live, hit the link in the description. Follow me over at Twitch, streaming every day. That's about it. We'll have some more content out tomorrow. Caldera map's coming. We'll be there for Warzone. Hopefully they don't shit the bed with that one. But on that note, hope you guys have a good one.